Hello and welcome to the first of my Shardathon vlogs. As is typical, I have excellent lighting for my vlog, but whatever. So it's actually the 2nd of April now. I have already read one book for Shardathon, but it's not one that I can tell you about in this video because it's the crossover with my reading challenge video that I'm currently making at the moment as well, and that will come at the end of the month of April. But I finished that one now, and I'm now going to be reading a bunch of books for Shardathon that I can talk to you about in my Shardathon vlogs. So that's what we are doing. Now I've started Perfect State already. I'm only kind of a chapter in, so I don't really have anything to say about that yet, but it's Friday, the bank holiday Friday in the evening, and I'm going to carry on with that one this evening. I think I might not finish it today, but I will definitely finish it tomorrow. It's very short. And I'm also going to start Concrete Rose. So I like to listen to an audiobook while I am doing my skincare and having a shower and things in the evening, and I am going to be listening to the audio of this through my library. So I'm going to start this now while I do all that showering stuff, and then depending on how into it I am, I might carry on reading this, or I might read more of Perfect State. But Perfect State I'm having to read as an ebook on my phone, and I don't love reading that way. So we'll see how I get on with that. I really struggle to pick up books in that format because I don't really like it. But, you know, I'll see how it goes. And I've got this one on the go. Well, I will have this one on the go as well. And I can always read Perfect State in bed, which is actually really handy because where's my phone gone? The Libby app is quite helpful with ebooks because it puts it in like this night mode style thing, so it's like a black screen with white writing, which is a little bit more gentle on the eyes, I think. And I also have my blue light filter, and I also have the screen quite dark, so hopefully that will be okay. But for now, I'm going to get started with Concrete Rose. It's me again with the frankly fabulous lighting. It is the evening of the next day, I think. It's the 4th of April now. Oh, okay. And I have made some excellent progress. So I finished Concrete Rose last night by Angie Thomas, and I really thoroughly loved this book. As I mentioned, I really enjoyed Maverick as a character in The Hate You Give, and I really enjoyed seeing his kind of origin story, I guess, and there's so many kind of references to The Hate You Give, and there was at least one to On the Come Up as well. And I liked the way that you could see the influences that the events in this had on the way Maverick behaves in The Hate You Give. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. I highly recommend it. I don't necessarily recommend reading it before reading The Hate You Give. I mean, there's nothing kind of stopping you from doing that, but the ending is slightly open-ended because it presumes that you have already read The Hate You Give. And I almost feel like this wouldn't be as impactful if you read it first, but I think you can. I just would recommend reading The Hate You Give first and then reading this, but whatever you do, read them both and read On the Come Up as well because it's really good. Then today I read Bridge of Souls by Victoria Schwab, which is the final book in the Cassidy Blake trilogy, and it's middle grade, it's ghost hunting, I suppose, and I still think that the first book is my favourite book in the series, but this one was set in New Orleans and it was really interesting to be sat in my London flat with the sun shining outside and the door open, but the air that's coming in being really cold, and then reading about a really almost tropical environment because it's so warm in this book. So that was really interesting, but I did enjoy the story. I'm happy with the conclusion. I feel like it is conclusive enough whilst leaving scope for there to be further books if Victoria Schwab ever decides that she wants to come back to this series, which I don't think she has ruled out, but this is it for now. And I did enjoy myself with this. I haven't really got a huge amount to say about it other than I enjoyed it. And then I very quickly just now read Aquicorn Cove by Katie O'Neill, which I hadn't realised that Katie O'Neill is actually non-binary. So they use they, them pronouns, and apologies for having referred to them using her, she pronouns previously. That was incorrect. They are referring to themselves as they, them. So this is kind of like it's a graphic novel and it's for children, but it's about kind of environmentalism and looking after the coral reefs basically. And you know, I mean, the story is very basic, it's for children. The reason I love Katie O'Neill's books though is just because of the artwork. It's just so pretty. I'll show you the title page. And of course you can see the artwork on the cover as well, and I think that they're beautiful and I really just enjoy, I mean, even the end pages are pretty. I like having these books. I enjoyed reading it. It wasn't a challenging reading experience. I don't really have a review for the story. It's not aimed at a 30-year-old woman, but I did enjoy reading it. And I've also read Perfect State, which I read yesterday, and I can't remember if I spoke to you about that or not, but it's a novella, so I don't want to say too much, but I did really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the kind of concept of, you know, people living in these kind of virtual worlds that are perfectly matched to them and give them exactly the life that fits their personality. I think that's really cool, and I think it was just a really fun, easy, quick Sanderson read, and it's quite useful that it's non-Cosmere, so you don't need any Cosmere knowledge to go into it, and I really enjoyed that about it. And that gets me to 10 heightenings already, because this was my read for the swordsmanship prompt under Vasha's list, and so it was worth 1 point for that, but also it is by an LGBTQIA+ author and has that rep in the story as well, and so that's an extra point for that, so that was 2 points. Perfect State was 1 point. Basically fits with nearly any prompt in the readathon, and it's the group read, so you get a point anyway, so that's 3 total. Bridge of Souls actually accumulated 3 points, I think, because from Vivenna's list it was both reserved and expectation, and also from Vasha's list it was Nightblood, so that was 3, so that takes me to 6. And then Concrete Rose was for Spontaneous from series list, and also it's by a black author, so that was another 2 points, so that was 8. And then Wilder Girls, which I haven't spoken about in this vlog but is in a different vlog, was my read for Susabron, and it also has LGBTQIA+ rep, so that was another 2 points, so that's 10. So I've read 10 points already, and I've only read 5 books. Yeah, because it's these plus Perfect State. So technically by the 4th of April I've already completed Shardathon, but I of course still have a lot of books on my TBR that I would like to read, so I think I will possibly prioritise my other vlog for a few days, but I don't know, because I do really want to kind of read these two pretty soon. I'm quite pumped to read both of these. I feel like the audiobook that I've got from my library for this isn't right though, because it's like a 2-hour audiobook. So I think it's just like a BBC radio adaptation rather than a full audiobook. So I might just buy the audiobook from Audible because it's classic sci-fi and I feel like I'm going to need that help, because I already struggle with sci-fi anyway, and this is a classic sci-fi, so I don't want to make life too difficult for myself. And then this one is a middle grade. I don't have an audio for this, but it's a middle grade, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And these are both quite short, so I'd like to read these over the coming days while I'm still off work. I have another 3 days off work, is that right? Yeah, so I'd like to prioritise these two during that period, and I also would like to read the book club book, which is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. So I think I'm going to read that one tomorrow and then maybe start one of these if I have the time, but that's where I'm at with Shardathon so far, and I feel like it's going well, so that is great news. Okay, so I read The Kiss Quotient yesterday by Helen Huang, which gave me a point for a neurodivergent author and protagonist, because this one follows Stella, who is autistic, and she also presents with Asperger's and therefore has some difficulties with interactions with others. And she's had some, uncomfortable sexual experiences in her life, but her parents, or particularly her mum, is putting pressure on her to get married and have babies. And she doesn't really know how to be in a relationship, so she hires a male escort to teach her. And it's a romance novel, so we all know where it's going, but it was a really nice and fun story. It was supposed to be smutty, and I can report that it was, which is good, because quite often I hear that books are smutty and then there's like one sex scene and I'm like, oh, that's not really smut. So this one was, and I really enjoyed it. It was a nice, easy, quick read, not too much drama, which can be a problem with romance novels, so I quite enjoyed that one. But from here I'm going to take a break from Shardathon reads for just a minute and read a book for my reading challenge. So just to review what I have left, I have The Ember Queen by Laura Sebastian, Solaris by Stanislaw Lem, The Crooked Mask by Rachel Burge, and The Empire of Dreams by Ray Carson. Plus I have the second book in the Wheel of Time series, The Great Hunt, but I'll be doing a separate vlog for that one. So that will probably, I'm going to be reading this one after my current read, because I'm having to read the books in the order of how long I have the audiobooks through my library. So I'm reading a book for my reading challenge just now, and then I'll be reading Ember Queen. So I'm coming back to this vlog because I actually got the order of my reads wrong. I think I mentioned already that I have to read the books that I'm reading in the order that they expire through my library hold. So I had said that I was due to read Ember Queen next, but that's actually wrong, and I need to read The Great Hunt next, for which I'm going to do a separate spoilery vlog per all of your requests. So I'm actually going to wrap this particular vlog up right now and So thank you for sticking with me. I feel like this vlog is possibly a little bit all over the place, but oh well. If you haven't already, please do check out Ponderful Books in the description bar. It is my small business with my sister where you give us a prompt and we recommend a book especially for you and send it to you either on its own or with some goodies for a nice cozy night in of reading. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks, bye.